Greetings, freaks. It is the Freak, Freakin' Gear, and I'm bringing another item here to take a look at. Don't think we need my remote. So, if you remember the last video, I actually purchased a cat suit from Latex Catfish, I'm sorry, and they didn't send the right hood. They sent me a gas mask hood. And I thought, that's fine. The hood I ordered was $25. The gas mask hood usually runs about $85, I believe. You can check their website for that. But I didn't know which gas mask hood they were going to send. Didn't really care. I just wanted the gas mask hood. It did come. I showed it in the first video. If you want to take a look at it. This one's going to be a little bit more in-depth with Latex Catfish Gas Mask hoods. The gas mask hood they sent was a GP5 Russian gas mask. Very common gas mask. You can get them just about anywhere from $5 to $30. They usually come with a filter of like a screw-on filter. I think it's 40 millimeter to screw on. Just a word of caution: if you ever get those, there is some controversy about those filters and whether or not they have asbestos in them. Asbestos is not something you want to play with. I would definitely recommend looking to see if there's a date stamp on them before you start putting that on your gas mask and breathing in. Trust me, it's one of those things. Just take a look. It's well worth the 30 seconds to look. If it doesn't have a date, I would jump on another website to see if you can find one before you start putting that on there and wearing a gas mask hood for 2, 3, 4, 5, like me, 8 hours. Just depends. But I figured I'd start with the first gas mask, the GP5, what it looked like when it first came out, a little bit of change a little bit later on, and then what I got. So the first one on this camera here is the GP5 gas mask. It's Russian. It came out in about 1962, 63 during the Cold War. They were pretty much military or civilian, I believe more so civilian. This is an older one. It is done in gray latex rubber. These things fit pretty snug on your face. I noticed that when I wear mine that the eye holes hit me right in the eyebrow and tend to hurt. And it's got the 40 millimeter screw. I believe that's 40 millimeter for those who can check and correct me if I'm wrong. To put on the filter. The filters on these things usually, let's see, I believe I've got one here, look like these. And like this one here has, I believe, a date stamp of 1983. So I didn't really realize that until later on. Probably not going to be using this one. Oddly enough, I do have one in a bag that was made in, I think, 1990 or 89 that I would trust a little bit more. So I got that one just in case, to have fun. Now, somewhere, once they made these, they changed the look of them a little bit. They added what they called a diaphragm and ended up, get rid of that one, like this. So there's the diaphragm. Still same design. They did make it for the ears, and they made these in different sizes: small, medium, large. I think extra large might have been one of them as well. But this was to help with your voice when you talk. And that came out, and I think they called this a GP5M when they changed it. But the same kind of hookup for the 40 millimeter, and those just always screwed right on. Let's see if I can do this backwards and upside down. Voila. So, and that's what they look like with them on. So, Latex Catfish took that particular gas mask, and what they did is they added about 60 millimeters to a 60 millimeter, 0.6 millimeter thickness rubber onto the gas mask, and sent me this. And you can see the seam where they glued it on. There we go. Same configuration. The gas mask itself, I mean, they're all made the same, so that didn't really matter as far as how they made it. How they glued it, how it fits on my head, I'm not a fan of it. I mean, I'll take it for free, but I'm not a fan of it. It smells like chocolate, like the suit did. It's a really okay gas mask hood. Whether it's worth the money or not, debatable. I am an S10 gas mask hood fan myself, but like I said, for free, absolutely. To pay $85 for it, again, I'm not a fan of the way it hits me in the face. They didn't ask me for size, even though I have my size listed on Latex Catfish. This thing looks more like almost the eye holes touch each other than they do when they go on. Now, to take it off, they have, of course, hair catcher, so you don't catch your hair on it. That's something I don't have to worry about because I shave my head. I like the latex feeling on my head. And to get it off usually takes a couple strong pulls on the styrofoam head. So that is the hood. And I don't know if this thing will go on with this hood or not, but it's not comfortable. It's not comfortable. I'm not a fan of this. I prefer the other ones. This one is very inexpensively made. Literally, they just took a piece of latex, glued it on, put a zipper, split it about halfway up, put the zipper in, and shipped it. It's, like I said, for free, absolutely. For something to pay for, I probably would have spent the extra 20 or 30 bucks and got the next gas mask up, because I like a little bit different gas mask. If you've ever seen an S10 gas mask, I like those. I have an old USA just standard gas mask with the poles on it. I love the hell out of that one. This one, you have to be a fan of those kind of gas masks. And the GP5 I'm not a big fan of. Like I said, there's a ton of them out there. I would suggest you get one of the cheap ones first before you want to spend the money on that. Quality wise, I mean, it's decent quality. I haven't had any problem with that yet, but I've probably worn this thing once and just wasn't a big fan of it. Maybe, like I said, I'll try something else. I do plan on ordering something else from Latex Catfish, either a sleep sack or the bondage suit later on, probably in the spring or summer, and see how that goes. I'm also want to place an order with, I think, Invincible Rubber. I've been talking to the guys over at Invincible about having a t-shirt custom made for me. So that's so far where I'm at. As far as YouTube goes, I am happy as hell that you guys have been watching these videos. I'm happy that I've got some subscriptions. I really appreciate it. I'm really happy about how many hits I've got on this one. I can't thank you guys enough. From the bottom of my heart, I did not expect that, so I appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments, please, below in the comments section. I try to answer every one of them I can. If you liked what you saw, if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button and the notification. That way you get notifications of every time I upload a video. I'm going to try to put one out in about 2 weeks from now on the puppy hoods. I got to order one from Mr. S so we can compare them from that to the Wish. That's what my next video I'm hoping is. Other than that, that's all I've got, freaks. I appreciate you watching. Like I said, if you subscribe, that's great. I can't thank you enough on that one. And until next video, I will see you then.